Evening, guys. I'm here with my friends at Rocky's Pawn and Gun because it's one of my favorite places to look for firearms, both new and used. And I mentioned it in my last video, but I was talking about trophy hunting for firearms. Basically what that means is rather than going into a big box store and getting the gun you want fresh out of the box, you look around used stores, mom and pop stores and pawn shops, and you look for guns that are unique. Something that you haven't seen before, something from a time that's no longer made. And I have been ogling this particular firearm that they're nice enough to let me play with here. This is a Winchester Model 54. These were made for a couple of years, between 1925 and 1932. So these look a whole lot like the Winchester Model 70 because they predate them. During that time period, Winchester made about 5,000 of them, so they're pretty rare. I'm sorry, 50,000 of them, 50,000 in that 7 or 8 year period. So they are relatively rare. A lot of them were converted by different companies into sporters, things like that. Most of the time they cut the stock down, put a recoil pad on it, and things like this. And this one sports the original steel Winchester plate. And these guns, actually all handmade, because 1925 you didn't have CNC machines, so these were all hand fit, and they're just the workmanship, the checkering and the hand grip, as you might be able to see. I apologize about the light, but it's just spectacular. Love this hand fit Schnabel forend, is what it's called here, with this little almost looks like a fawn's foot, like you find on an axe, for the front of your hand on this grip. Supremely light gun too for being 90 years old. This is chambered in 270 Winchester. Sports a 24-inch barrel, so perfect for getting a maximum powder burn out of that 270. 270, for you guys who don't know, it's basically a 30-06 cartridge like my Remington 700, but they necked it down a little bit, so it fires a 27 caliber bullet rather than a 30 caliber. These guns, the Model 54 and then the Model 70, pre-64 models, have a controlled round feed, like a Mauser, which has a little claw right here. Hopefully you can see it. I apologize. Let me see if I can get you a little bit closer with a little bit more light. Little claw here. And what that does is when you come forward, it grabs the back of that casing, which means that if you're in a situation where, for whatever reason, you need to load this gun upside down, it would still pick up and extract that round. It's a very sought after, rather intricate, but really well-respected bolt action system, bolt action operation. It's got the classic Mauser style wing safety, so that as opposed to that push button like on my Model 700, you've got 3 positions. You've got all the way over is safe, and then middle, bolt can still be open, but the trigger can't be worked. And then full on means you can fire that trigger. So I have, since I saw this gun in here, I've just been lusting over it. So I came in and asked them if I could please do a video on it. This was old enough that it's actually labeled in 270 WCF, which is Winchester center fire. But so it is available from my friends at Rocky's Pawn and Gun. If you have any, I'm actually going to be posting it on their Facebook page as well. But if you have any questions about it, the 270, the Model 54, any of my other videos, please send me a message. Thank you guys. Have a great day.